Hello everyone. At this time, we will present the topic Data Privacy and Student Record in Indonesia. Student record and data privacy are two very important things in education. It starts from a time a student registers to start his education until he finishes his education. From registration to graduation, there is a fairly long process for him to go through, namely a record of the learning process he went through while at school. Specifically in Indonesia, student records are carried out in two ways, namely manually at the school, which is carried out by the school, and the second is stored in the National Education Archives. The input of data into the main national education data is carried out by the school. My best friend, Mr. Nofri Sumual, will explain.
Effective archive storage system to maximize documentation. Archiving or filing system is an orderly series of work, starting from the process of creating, receiving, collecting, managing, controlling, maintaining, and carrying, as well as storing a document according to a certain system, so that when needed, the archive can be found quickly and precisely. When needed, an archive can be found quickly and precisely. If the archives are no longer of use value, they must be destroyed. Archives or filing systems play an important role in the effectiveness of activities within an organization, namely as a source of information and as a source of reference for an organization. Given the importance of archives or filing systems, the Indonesian government has even paid considerable attention to archives. This can be seen by the existence of rules and regulations governing the national archives. Purpose of archive storage. A good record-keeping system aims to so that archives can be stored and retrieved quickly and precisely, supporting the implementation of effective and efficient archive depreciation. To make each record easier to find when needed for reference, maintain the archive materials so that each history of the company or individual can be placed in a certain place, whether in groups, subjects, regions, or together. Make it easy to find archives if needed at any time. In order to future develop or be more profitable, if the archive material is permanently placed for the smooth running of the company of officer tasks during the time the archive is used. Archive storage tools. The following tools are needed to make archive storage more effective. Archive folder, namely a folder made of thick paper or plastic that is used to store archive of letters. Archive folders are divided into several types, including the following: stock map folio, leafy folder, snake hectare claim map, brief ordner, big stamp folder, portable strap folder, hanging folder, instruction guide screens, namely sheets of thick paper of cardboard that are used as guides and or diverse separators in archival storage. Filing cabinet or filing cabinets. File cabinets are special safes that are used to store important documents of an organization or company in order to avoid various possible damages such as theft, fire, insect. There are also filing cabinets made of metal, iron, or wood. Use of iron filing cabinet that are strong, safe, and have resistance to fire hazard. Depth and demolition is highly recommended for storing valuable and confidential documents. The price of a filing cabinet or the price of a metal filing cabinet depends on the basic materials it is made of and the quality of the filing cabinet itself. Archive shelf. File rack is a file cabinet without a door used for storing archives that are arranged laterally sideways. There are wooden file shelves and iron file shelves. Archives that will be stored on file shelves must first be placed in order of file box. The archive box or order is placed on the file rack so that the back of the file order of box is visible, which is useful for matching the label or title of the archive in it. File racks are also known as file racks or document racks, and the price of iron file racks or wooden file racks is of course adjust to the quality of the file rack itself. Box card cabinet. Card cabinet is a storage place for control cards, index cards, and others so that the storage is organized and tidy and easy to find again. File ticker. Box made of wood or steel to store files in the form of small cards of sheets, such as file loan sheets or other cards that have a maturity date. However, ticker files can be used to store business card of library cards. Inside the ticker file is also equipped with a guide or delimiter. The file ticker serves as a reminder tool for archives. Archive box. File box is a tool used to store archives that are first put in an archive folder. Sort shelf is a tool used to separate letters, receive, process, send, or to classify archive before storing. Archive storage procedure. Horizontal filing. Storage of archive of document of folder that are done horizontal. Document or archive are put in a stock map or neither then stacked up, arranged horizontally from bottom to top. Vertical filing. Placement of store of archive of documents or folders is done vertically. Documents or archive are put in a folder, then placed standing or upright lengthwise. The long side of the archive is parallel to the fold of the folder of folder and arranged sequentially from front to back. Lateral filing. Placement or storage of archives of document or folders is carried outstanding, where the archives are arranged in a sideways row. Files or document are put in the snake hector or brief order and the place standing with their back forward. Archive storage system. Archive storage can use the archive storage system as follows. Alphabetical filing system. System for receiving, compiling, storing, using, maintaining, and retrieving documents, letters of scripts based on alphabet order. Advance of storing alphabetically can directly place the file on storage. File setup instruction are simple and easy to understand. File errors are easily checked in the file location with the same alphabet. The tools and equipment needed are very simple. Lower implementation costs. With the use of color in the coding, it will be easy to find errors placement of files. The name system is easy to remember this means of storing alphabetically. There is a possible of misplaced file if you don't follow the rules consistently. It is possible that there are similarities in names of so it is confusing. It's easy to change some of the alphabet in a letter so that a series of paperwork becomes out of order. Adding files can cause problems. Labeling folders is labor intensive. Data system. The system for receiving, compiling, storing, using, maintaining, and receiving documents, letters, or scripts based on the date. Day, month, year, date is used a letter code. Pros of the date system. Suitable for processing unit whose activities are related to due dates. Simple and easy to apply because without clarification. Disadvantage of the date system. There are difficulties in interval when the law mentions archives. Omissions often occur or forget the data of the letter, especially the storage data. Number system. A system for receiving, compiling, storing, using, maintaining, and recovering documents. Letter of scripts based on code number or numbers as a substitute for the person name or agency name. The advance of the number system. No need for a classification list. Very flexible and suitable for processing unit that serve a large number of people. No archive have the same code. Disadvantage of the number system. It's not economical and it's hard to find archive if you don't remember the code. Regional system. In Indonesia, in storing data at school, there is one system that exists at all levels of education, starting from kindergarten, elementary, junior, and senior. All of these use a data repository called Dapodik. basic education data. What does DAPODIC mean? Basic education data or DAPODIC is a national scale data collection system database that is integrated with other educational data. DAPODIC is the main source of data from various Indonesian education planning programs in creating intelligent and competitive human beings. What are the functions and benefits of DAPODIC or basic education data? The DAPODIC function is to store all school data, teachers, students, staff, and even data from parents of students in the education unit itself. DAPODIC function, that is, when one of the students, teachers, or staff has left school A and moved to school B, then school B only needs to collect student, teacher, or staff data through the DAPODIC application for school A. All the data will go to school B. That is the uniqueness of data storage via DAPODIC in Indonesian.
This is the method of storing students' data that is carried out by schools in general in Indonesia. We discussed earlier about DAPODIC. It is an application that contains basic education data in the form of an installed application so that it can be accessed offline. In certain times and circumstances, must be done online to synchronize data with a central server. Likewise, for sending data and withdrawing data must be done online. The question that arises now is how the privacy problem of this data. In Indonesia, data privacy protection is a human right that must be protected because it is protected by the Constitution, then supported by the government with the issuance of Law number 27 of 2022 concerning personal data protection. The personal data that needs to be protected is categorized as follows. First is personal data is public, such as full name, gender, citizenship, religion, and personal data combined to identify an individual. The second is personal data is specific, such as health data and information, biometric data, genetic data, sex life orientation, political views, criminal record, child data, personal finance data, and other data in accordance with laws and regulations. There are several steps that schools and parents can take help prevent a child's identity data being breached. The first is store confidential information in a secure location. The school must store all the confidential student information in a secure location, such as a locked filing cabinet or office. Parents should also keep important documents such as birth certificates or social security cards in a safe place at home. The second, destroy all archives. If school records are no longer needed, they must be torn up or destroyed. This will help prevent sensitive information from falling the wrong hands. The third, be careful when sharing information online. Parents and educators should be careful about what information they share about students online. For example, avoid posting photos of students on social media without their permission. Fourth, educate children about identity theft. It is important for children to understand what identity theft and how it can happen. This will help them be more vigilant about protecting their personal information. Fifth, keep data collection to a minimum. The school should only collect the data they really need and nothing more. Six, keep data safe. Schools must have strong security measures in place to protect children's personal data from unauthorized access or theft. 7. Be transparent about data collection and use. Parents and guardians should be informed about what data is being collected, why it is being collected, and how it will be used. 8. Give parents and guardians the ability to access and delete their child's data. Parents and guardians should be able to access their child's personal data at any time and delete it if they choose. 9. Do not share personal data of children. School may not sell or share children's personal data with third parties without parental consent. What about the security of education data that is input online? In imputing educational data online, the data input from school is the basis. If a student starts education at the kindergarten level, it means that information about the students is input for the first time when he is in kindergarten. The data that has been input will henceforth be transferred through the system when he enters elementary school. So the previous information will not be input again. The data that will be input at the elementary level is only additional data or the latest data change about the students. How do students or teachers access their personal data? For this case, usually every student, every teacher, or every supporting staff will get their own account with a different username and password. So they can access their account by themselves. Those who will be in charge of accessing and input the data at school will be given to someone who is responsible for this. That person is called school operator. He is fully responsible for the data that will be input to the Dapodik application. Dapodik is National Education Basic Data in Indonesia. School operator is a term that is commonly carried by data managers in schools. Information gathering in Dapodik starts at schools, both schools entities, students, and also educators and education staff. Schools are nothing but a source of information in Dapodik data collection. In this regard, school operators in schools are very important. As the spearhead of data collection, the task is to the main thing is of course sending all the data captured through Dapodik completely and accurately. To get complete and accurate data, of course, it is not easy to obtain. It requires high diligence and accuracy. The quality of school operators on duty in the end always affects the quality of Dapodik in their schools. Given its strategic position in data collection, the appointment of school operators cannot be arbitrary. Dapodik is basically state data, so the confidentiality and accountability must be maintained. So, when the principal appoints a school operator, the determination must be based on clear regulations and legality. With a position as a school operator, you will automatically have access rights to all data management in the school. To ensure that Dapodik and data management in school are well managed and under proper management, ensure that first, ensure that the school operator who is registered at the government is the same officers currently on duty as the data manager at the school. Second, ensure that the assignment letter for the school operator is still valid. The third, ensure that account and access rights of the school operator are maintained as private. These three things are the most important part in the appointment of a school operator. Thus our presentation. Hopefully it can provide additional information for you and hope to help add to your insight. God bless you.